It is Thursday, the 31st, and the last day of March. And I have a little devotion that I was reading earlier, and I want to share it with everyone else. And I'm going to start with one verse in 1 Peter. It's chapter 5, verse 10. And the key word for today's devotion is establish. All right. And 1 Peter 5, verse 10 says, "After you have suffered for a little while, the God of all grace, who imparts his blessing and favor, who called you to his own eternal glory in Christ, will himself complete, confirm, strengthen, and establish you, making you what you ought to be." That is 1 Peter 5, verse 10. And I'm going to read something else here that says, God is able to establish you. And there's a verse here, Romans 16, 25 to 27. Says, "Now to him who is able to establish you according to my gospel," this is the Apostle Paul, "and the preaching of Jesus Christ." And I'm going to stop there for just a second and scroll down here. And it says, the dictionary defines establish like this: to place something securely and permanently in a position, situation, or condition. And I want you to think about this. To be established means to be placed securely and permanently in a place, a situation, or condition. The opposite of like flip-flopping around. So God says God is able to establish you, to get you to the place spiritually where your walk with him cannot be shaken, where the testing of your faith will only make it stronger, to place you securely and permanently in a position of faith, a situation of blessing, and a condition of peace. Isn't that wonderful? It says you might feel like your faith is fragile, like you could fall away at any time. But God is able to make you strong in the very areas that you feel so weak. He is inviting you today to trust not your own ability, but his supernatural ability to work in your life. Follow his lead in your life, and you will find stability becoming the pattern of your life. What a beautiful little mini devotion. So I read that earlier, and these things are just too good for me to keep to myself. So I am sharing this with you, and I'm going to read that verse again because it's such a good one. And this is so beautiful as we're closing out the month of March, going into a brand new month of April. So please take this with you as we go into this new month of April. 1 Peter 5:10, "After you have suffered for a little while, the God of all grace, who imparts his blessing and favor, who called you to his own eternal glory in Christ, will himself complete, confirm, strengthen, and establish you," talking to you, "making you what you ought to be." So that's what I wanted to share, and I hope this is as much a blessing to you as it is to me. So thank you for listening. You have a very blessed and a thankful Thursday. Till next time.